In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Google Chrome extension Mote in order to leave voice comments on Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, and Google Classroom. Mote is an intuitive, easy way to add voice comments to student work. And if you're a G Suite user, you definitely want to make sure that you have this extension installed. My name is Sam Carey, and this is my YouTube channel for the New EdTech Classroom. You can get the Mote extension from the Google Chrome Web Store. So now to get this extension, I'll click Add to Chrome, and then I'll click Add Extension. Once you've added it, you'll need to set up your account. So here, since I'm setting up a teacher account first, I'll choose that I'm 18 years or older. So I just want to show you the pricing here so that you can see the differences between the free accounts and paid accounts. First, you'll notice that you can get an account totally for free, and that's going to allow you to leave unlimited voice notes on G Suite products. With the free account, you'll also be able to monitor voice note engagement, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. One of the key differences between the free accounts and the paid accounts is the length of the voice note that you can leave. So with the free account, you're going to be limited to a 30-second audio recording, whereas with the paid accounts, you can record up to 90 seconds. And then some of these more advanced features like voice-to-text transcription, translation, as well as the ability to save a recording and use it over and over again are only going to be available with the paid version. When you first create your free account, it will set you up with a trial period where you'll have access to these premium features so you can give them a try and see if it's worth it to you to pay for them. Let's hop over to this Google Doc to see how Mote works. So let's say that a student has turned in work through Google Docs and you want to leave them a voice comment on their work. First, I'll go up here to Insert, and then I'll select Comment. You'll notice now that I have Mote installed, that a little purple M icon shows up inside of the comment box. And to leave a voice comment, all you need to do is click on that purple M, and then you can record your audio. Right now, I don't have the transcription tool enabled. So if I wanted to add text transcription, I would have to write that in myself. You can do that by clicking on the purple edit icon. Then you can play back your audio and type out what you just heard yourself say. Although the auto transcription feature is a nice feature, it's also not that difficult to just type what you just wrote pretty quickly. A premium feature that you will have access to during the trial period is the Mote Book. And this is going to allow you to save your voice notes and reuse them later on other student work. So let's say that I wanted to be able to access this voice comment over and over again. What I could do is click Save As, and then give this particular voice comment a name. So here I'll give it a name like Too Short. And now every time that I wanted to leave this same comment, I would be able to access that again. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. And then another premium feature is the Translate tool. So if I click Translate here, I can choose from a drop-down menu of different languages, and then it will auto-translate what I had just transcribed into another language. Then when you're ready to post the comment for students to listen to, just click on the blue comment button. There you'll see that an audio file will pop up, and you can hit the play button to play it back and listen to what you just recorded. Let's go over here and look at the student view now. And first I'll show you what it will look like if students don't have Mote installed as an extension on their browsers as well. So here you'll notice that the student can click on your comment and then click on the link, and that link will take them over to a separate web page where they'd be able to listen to your voice comment. So even if students don't have Mote installed, this is still a way that they can listen to the comment that you left them. And if you transcribed it, they'll also be able to see that transcription below. Students can also respond quickly to that comment with an emoji. So if they choose the confused face, that will tell you that they need support with understanding that feedback. Whereas if they choose the diamond, that just means that they understood it and they're good to go. If possible, Mote is going to be more effective if students are able to also install that extension on their browsers. On most school-managed devices, students can't do this themselves, so it might be something that you'd have to have your school admin team push out directly to a student's computer. Now you'll notice that if the student has Mote installed, they can just listen to your audio comment directly inside of the comment box without having to go over to another web page. And you'll also see that those same emojis are here so that they can communicate back with you whether or not they understood the feedback or still need help with it. And then in addition to listening to your feedback, students can also hit reply and then record their own audio response back to you as well. So this would be useful not only for teacher to student feedback, but also for peer-to-peer collaborative work so that students could leave each other quick audio comments on a collaborative document that they were working on together. So bouncing back over here quickly to the teacher document, you can now see what it looks like after the student has left me a voice comment as well. Next, I'm going to show you how you can see those different emojis to see which students need help with the feedback and which ones are good to go. So you can go back up here, click on the Mote extension, and then scroll down to My Activity and Engagement. There you'll see the different voice notes that you recorded, and you'll also be able to see whether or not a student saw that comment, if they listened to it, and which emoji they left for you. So remember that that diamond emoji just means that the student understood the feedback and they're ready to move on. In exactly the same way as Google Docs, Mote will also allow you to leave an audio comment on Google Slides as well. This time I'll enable the voice transcription tool so that you can see what that looks like. So I'll go up here to the Mote extension and then turn on Enable Voice Transcription. And then I'll highlight a part on Google Slides where I want to leave a comment, click on the purple M icon to record my comment, and then when I'm finished, click on the edit button again in order to access the transcription. And here you'll see that rather than having to type the transcription, it's just going to interpret what I said and auto transcribe it for me. If the auto transcription wasn't entirely correct, you can also jump in and fix a couple errors if needed. Of all the premium feature tools, I think the Motebook tool is by far the most useful. To access Motebook, rather than clicking on the purple icon and then recording your voice, you'll hold down on that icon, and there you'll see that it's going to allow you to choose from any pre-recorded voice comments that you already made. So here I can select that too short voice comment that I already saved, and that will put that same exact voice comment in. So you can probably envision how much time you could potentially save here by pre-recording a bank of comments and then reusing them over and over when giving students feedback about their work. Really quickly, I just want to show you here how Mote also works with Google Sheets. So just like Google Docs and Google Slides, you can also add a comment in a sheet and then record your voice here as well. And then the last thing I want to show you is how Mote works with Google Classroom. So let's say that we're here in the assignment view in Google Classroom, and we want to leave a comment for the entire class about that assignment. Traditionally, you would only be able to type out a comment, but once you have the Mote extension installed, you can also voice record an audio comment as well. And now let's look at what it would look like if we're giving students feedback on their work in Google Classroom. I'll go up here to the Student Work tab, and then I'll click on an assignment that a student has turned in. You'll notice in the private comments section that the Mote icon is here as well. So as part of your grading process in Google Classroom, you could also leave students a voice note. So here would be another place where it would be really useful to have those pre-recorded voice notes when leaving students feedback on their work. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you're a G Suite user, I highly recommend that you get the Mote extension. The free version has high-level functionality, and you'll also have a trial period to try out some of the premium features to see if it's worth it to you to buy access to it. And if you have any questions about Mote or suggestions about how to use it, I'd love to hear about those in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. If you found the tips that I shared helpful, please share it with other teachers that you know, hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of my weekly updates. You can also check out some of the other tutorials I have on my channel by clicking on one of those 2 videos above. And if you're interested in downloading any of the resources that I've created and show on my videos, please visit my website at www.newedtechclassroom.com. Lastly, if you want to check me out on social media, my Twitter handle, Facebook page, and Pinterest account are all in the description below. Thanks so much and have a great week.